Ba-da-doo. Ba-da-doo. I'm already having flashbacks to the most annoying noise in the world. Ford's ba-da-doo.
Welcome back to Turn 5, everyone.
Awkward intro time.
And awkward
High five.
Today we have the biggest vehicle we have ever reviewed, and I'm jacked up. I'm excited.
Are you more jacked up than this?
No, because look at this. Look at this. Let's give them a quick little walkthrough. So we have a 2019
F-350 Lariat.
6.7 liter power stroke, which means you can tow comfortably 25,000 pounds. Before you need a commercial license, it's like 26,000 pounds. But with the right configuration, this truck can tow, what is it, Ty?
35,000 pounds plus.
Right, so we got 450 horsepower, 935 torques.
And I just want to interrupt on the weight thing. That is 139 Tylers?
No, 144 Tylers.
That's for the CDL or the commercial license.
Yeah.
Yep. With a comfortable amount of towing, it's 139 of me.
Could you imagine more than 139 Tylers?
It would be terrifying.
That's a scary world. This is all pretty bone stock. Look at the tires, look at the rims, look at the packaging. We're going to tell you exactly why you should never buy an F-150 again.
So come along with the ride for us, and we'll tell you why.
All right, as you can tell, an F-350, you're not getting gas. You got a nice big garage door for your diesel and your DEF fluid.
That's a huge garage door.
It's beautiful packaging. You got these gorgeous rim setup. I mean, it's some of the best looking rims I have seen on a truck in a very long time. Those are the 20 inchers.
You know, this truck makes 20 inches look small.
It does, right? Come around to the back. You got a few ways to open up the back. There's a button in the front. There's a button down here. It's cold out.
It's struggling just like us.
Or another way, you can lower the tailgate with a key fob.
That's so cool.
You show me an F-150 that has that.
I'm sure.
I mean, they might.
Probably.
Walk around a little bit further. You got nice looking, styled tail lights. You got the running boards. Fantastic mirrors.
Yes.
I mean, those are for towing right there. You got your chrome tow hooks. You could get a black edition. I don't know what Ford calls it, but it's where some of this stuff is blacked out. It's like an appearance package.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but this thing is just absolutely beastly. This is about as big as a tank as you can drive on a road.
Yeah, I'd say it's a tank.
What do you say we take them inside?
All right.
To the warmth.
The warmth.
Welcome to the inside of the F-350. It's like a lap of luxury. This is your mobile office. Starting off with the B&O stereo, which is Ford's premium sound. You got all your normal controls on the steering wheel.
As with any Ford vehicle.
Stepping over to the right, here's your selector for your 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. Pull it, you're locking what? What are you locking?
Your rear differential, that's for burnouts.
Don't forget about your engine start stop button. Moving over to the left, first of all, you got these beautiful wood accents on the door. I really like that. That's a nice touch. You got your mirror controls, your windows, nothing real special here. Lock, unlock, seating positions there. Move on down here. You got your lights for your mirrors, your other light controls, and then here you can move your pedals in and out. I don't know if you can see that real well, but you can move your 4 pedals in and out. Moving on over to the middle, you have your standard Ford infotainment.
It's nothing special, but it's just the standard Ford one, which it works.
But again, Ford gets our nod because it's got 911 assist. So if you see a 911 that needs some help, you hit that button and it gets help.
Disclaimer, do not do this in any instance because we do not know what would actually happen.
You have all of your radio controls, and here's your HVAC controls. Heated seats, air conditioned seats. You do have a heated steering wheel, which is beautiful. Moving on over a little bit further to the right towards Tyler's knees, you got your traditional
3-prong outlet and your cigarette lighter outlet.
12 volt, there it is. Then you have not one, but 2
storage compartments.
Now moving on even further to the right, watch this.
Look at that. So you don't need to have these big janky towing mirrors on your lifted truck anymore. You can just have your standard mirrors on your truck, and guess what? They slide out. Just a little slide out. Just tap it in.
And interestingly enough, it moves the mirror, the actual glass in the mirror, so you can see, and it doesn't change your view.
Yes, they must have spent a long time developing that.
Do you want to move to the back?
Sure.
Let's do it. Welcome to the back.
I have to, like, look at this. I'm on him just to be in the same frame.
That's like an awkward high five right there.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
There, I said that the front was like an office.
The back is like you're in a recliner.
This is your conference room.
Yeah,
back here.
Yeah.
There is so much room, and I was sitting exactly how I was driving. Look at how much room I got.
That's so much room.
I'm 5'11", you're just 6 feet.
And if we remember anything from any of our previous review videos, I sit pretty far back. And that's probably 5 to 6 inches.
So if I'm sitting straight up, I got a foot.
Yeah.
A foot of space there.
Yep.
If I want to sleep here,
I could, yep, it's a leaning.
It's nice.
Yep.
You got a lot of headroom too, so sitting straight up, what do you got there? A good couple inches.
Enough to smack you around a little bit.
You carry on with the nice wooden accents on the doors.
Which is just a nice touch of styling for this otherwise interior that could be incredibly dull.
That is true. Come back here, you have more cup holders. Oh, we didn't really go over the cup holders.
We did not.
You have 2 here. You have 2 here.
And then up here, if you hold your drink, it's 4.
Isn't that amazing?
You could take a nap on the ground. I have enough width.
Oh, that's the thing too. There is no transmission tunnel. This is called something fancy in Ford terms.
It's a flat floor, so.
I mean, I guess that's not really that fancy of a term when you put it that way, but it could be.
It could be.
The other thing, I'm just going to show you in here because we're already inside. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is literally ridiculous.
Moved off the seat.
Here's some storage there.
That's a nice big amp, but that does not come from the factory.
So you can store back there.
And there's another one right here. So, perfect.
You could, this is kind of like a bunk bed setup. I could sleep down here. You could sleep up here.
It's like a semi-truck with the sleeper on the back.
It is. It really is. This is amazing. So this is the Lariat version, and you could get
a big panoramic sunroof that goes.
There's a few other things you can get. You can get this. This truck is just under $53,000.
Yes.
The Lariat. You can get it up to $77,000 or $78,000.
Yep, that would be getting the dually. It would be getting all the auxiliary switches. It would be getting
bird's eye view.
Bird's eye view.
The huge panoramic roof.
Probably some options we're missing that I can't think of, but those are the options that I know of.
I don't think you need it.
Oh, two-tone paint too.
Right, yeah. I do not think that you need it. I think that the Lariat fits perfectly.
Well, it's got all the luxury you need, and I'll say this, you don't need the sunroof because this thing has so much view through it. There really is enough light in here because that's what you get a sunroof for, is to add extra light inside your vehicle.
This is amazing. Now, we were talking on the way down here.
Yep.
You buy an F-150.
Yep.
And you're spending, let's just call it $55,000.
Yeah, because you're getting, you know, the nicer trim package because you don't really want to sit in cloth seats. No one does anymore. So you're spending about 55 grand.
This, a little under 55 grand, you know,
on
base
base
MSRP.
Yep.
So let's call it 55 grand again, without all the doohickeys and the wobbly bobs.
You might have to search to find one without all the doohickeys and wobbly dobs.
Why would you ever buy an F-150?
I don't know, because this is so much more capable.
It would be like us saying, well, I don't need a 911 GT3 RS. I just need a regular Carrera.
No, what I need is a Boxster.
Right.
That's what it would be.
So, save yourself some time, save yourself some headache.
And buy the big boy.
Buy the F-350.
Yes.
Financially, it just makes sense, and you can tow whatever you want. You want to move houses? Oh, I like my house, but I like it to be over there. Hook it up, drag it over there.
I think you could. Pretty sure.
So I
think you can move a train with it too.
At one point, the Porsche Cayenne had the world record for pulling. It was like 248 tons. They towed a huge airplane. This thing can definitely tow more. We could move that bridge that's outside.
We could probably pull it over.
Hook up to it and pull it over. Now the one downfall that you get with a 350 versus a 150 is a little bit of the driving.
Yep, the ride
dampness
suffers, and you can tell that it's just a large vehicle.
But it's not much. Let's take them out for a drive and show them how it actually drives, because it's really not much different than an F-150.
Sounds good.
All right. I've learned to really like Ford vehicles.
The biddity.
But that biddity is probably one of the most annoying sounds I've ever heard.
I hate it. Oh my gosh, stop. Okay, so I found a reason not to get this. It's bad. But otherwise, this thing's amazing. And we're driving it right now, and what does it feel like?
Okay, I'm really trying to remember. I spend a lot of time behind the wheel of an F-150.
Yep.
This does ride slightly more stiff.
It does, a little bit.
I don't know that it's any wider though. I mean, you know us, we are not really completely up on our width numbers.
It's girthy and long.
But it doesn't feel any different to drive than an F-150, which keeps on bringing me back to the point of why buy an F-150 when you can spend the same price and get an F-350? And you can tow, you never have to worry about what you can tow. People all day are saying, well, I can tow 12,000 pounds. Well, I can tow 10,000 pounds. No, I can tow whatever I want to. You see those trains up ahead? I'm gonna tow those just because I want to.
I'm gonna move the whole city because I can. And you know what's also really interesting that we forgot to show you? Right here is a little fancy button to open the rear window. You want to show them how fast it opens? Do you need a rear window that opens that fast?
Yes, just like you need a truck that can tow this much.
Yes.
You have to have this. There is zero reason why F-150 should be the longest selling, best selling pickup trucks on the road. It should be an F-350.
It really should.
And the ride is not compromised enough to make a difference.
No, and it doesn't seem like you're having a hard time driving it around town.
No, and you feel like you're in a tank.
You feel like you're the biggest, baddest guy on the road.
I don't know. It is lost on me as to why anybody would buy an F-150. I'm sorry, Ford, but you did too good of a job on the F-350 with the ride quality to make any sense of having an F-150.
And like, this thing has engine braking.
Now,
I just think that's cool.
Right? And did we go over this? This is your trailer braking.
I think we did. I think we just missed the 3 buttons on the top.
So this is all stuff that it comes with. And what do you do with a pickup truck? If you have a pickup truck, I know that there's a lot of people
who just drive it because they can.
But there's also the vast majority of pickup truck owners
that need a pickup truck for the utilitarian
they're
portion
towing
of
a
it.
boat, they're towing their camper.
And if you want to tow something that weighs around 12,000 pounds, which is the max that an F-150 can tow, why wouldn't you just go overboard and make it the world's easiest experience to tow it?
Yeah, I don't get that. There's too much about it, this F-350, that makes it makes so much more sense than an F-150. Because let's face it, you go to buy a camper, and what do you think about the first thing? Well, how much does it weigh?
So
my
how much
truck can only tow this much. Thank you.
Yeah, I had to fix the beeping. Let's hope it, just keep clicking the button when it shows up.
It thinks that we have a trailer on, because it thinks that we're supposed to be working right now.
Yeah, which it didn't do on the drive over, so it's user error, it's not truck error. Do not use this to fault your decision.
It's a turn five deal.
Yeah, we user error everything.
There isn't anything I don't love about this truck. I wish I could say that there's something I don't like about it. There's things I do not like about an F-150.
I wish they made it in a Raptor form. That would probably be perfect.
Have you seen the outside of this? It pretty much is a Raptor form.
But I would love like the wider hips and stuff, but otherwise it is what I would get for a truck. And that's just me wanting a sporty vehicle, but this isn't a slouch.
I would stick with the Lariat. So
yes.
I forget the trim levels, but you got the XL, you got an XLT, you got the Lariat, which is this one, then you got the King Ranch, then you got the Platinum, then you got the Limited. There's no reason to go above the Lariat unless you just have a lot of money that you want to spend on doohickeys.
Yeah, because this is heated and cooled seats, a heated steering wheel, heated rear seats,
navigation, Wi-Fi.
Yep. What else do you need?
There's absolutely nothing else that you need. And it's a diesel, so you're going to be getting a little bit better gas mileage.
When towing, specifically.
When towing.
Otherwise, you're not.
This thing is just, it's a beast. It's a beast that you have to buy. If you're getting a pickup truck, skip the F-150.
Yes. Skip the F-250. Because if you still want the narrow body, you can get an F-350 with the narrow body, so it's not a dually, like this one.
And if you really want to tow, this comes in the dually. You can get this in the 8-foot box. This is the 6-point-something foot box. Okay. Like the normal pickup truck box. Yeah. You can get it in the 8-foot box. You can get this in the 6.3 liter. I would go with the 6.7 because it's like our theory on sports cars.
Bigger's always best.
Big is best. Why?
I mean, everybody chases the biggest, baddest thing in their life. Why wouldn't you just get the biggest, baddest engine?
And you can do that with this without breaking the bank.
It's so crazy to me. You can spend $52,000.
Look at that F-150 right there.
That thing is so tiny.
Oh, hey, little baby.
You can spend $52,830 on this without any of the optional extras, and you are the biggest, baddest thing on the road.
Yeah. I'm not going to give this thing back.
Are we just driving it home?
Well, it's really funny because I drove the Miata down. We drove it down to review this, right? Because I wanted to, in comparison, take literally the smallest thing that I can think of to drive literally the biggest thing I can think of legally on the road besides a semi-truck. Yeah.
And was there really like a substantial difference in what you felt comfortable in?
I feel just as comfortable driving this. Now, I have driven F-150s and pickup trucks for a while, right? So I'm used to that pickup truck feeling. This is no different.
It's just another pickup truck?
The steering feel is excellent. The suspension, the executives at Ford have done a phenomenal job. Oh, you got party truck tricks. We're gonna keep those out for a little bit. We're towing air.
Waiting on a green light.
Ford has done a phenomenal job with the suspension of this vehicle. It does not feel much, if any, different than an F-150. Go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison. You are going to be more than pleasantly surprised.
Well, I think it helps for this car. The suspension's probably stiffer, but you know what probably isn't? Those tires. It has massive tires, and that's probably where you make back up the ride quality. So if you're gonna change out the tires and whatnot, maybe it gets worse, but
I'm just putting in the mirrors, just like I do.
Because, you're driving the biggest, baddest thing on the road, you got adjustable mirrors.
Oh, your rear view mirror's slow? Mine isn't. Mine's fast.
Are we just going over things we know now?
Yeah, because this truck, there's nothing else to say besides you need to go out and buy one. You don't need to own a business. You don't need to own anything besides whatever trailer you're towing.
Just know that when your buddy calls you and says, my F-150 can't pull this, yours F-350 can.
Yeah. Oh, but it weighs, I don't care how much it weighs. I got it.
You want me to pull an M1 Abrams? I can.
Sure, I got it. Yeah, you want me to break the Porsche Cayenne pulling record? I got it. I mean, you and I could do that.
Yeah, it doesn't take an expert.
This thing is just a beast. Why don't we give him some final thoughts? I know we've kind of been doing that, but let's give him some final thoughts and move on to the next vehicle.
All right.
I'm blown away.
This is a great vehicle.
It really is. So it feeds into our point, just this last hour that we spent with it,
that you just go big or go home.
It makes financial sense.
It's not that much more expensive if you don't get all the doohickeys.
Right, it makes practical sense. And it looks, look at that vehicle. I mean, look at how beautiful a 350 looks. That's what people do to their F-150s.
They lift
make
them
look nice.
And they make the bigger tires just to make it look good. But this just comes with it from factory.
This is absolutely beautiful. The ride is as like an F-150 as you can get.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm amazed by it. I kind of want one, and I'm not even a pickup truck guy.
I know.
Because there's nothing you can't do with it.
You want to drive over a small car?
Do it. You want to drag that small car to the junkyard?
After you destroyed it? Do it.
You want to move the junkyard closer to the destroyed car?
That works too.
Anything. This thing handles everything. And this, I don't know what the paint coat is, but that pearlescent white.
It always looks good. It's a great Ford color, and I love it.
It is. So, thank you guys for tuning in.
Go pick up a Ford F-350.
At least go drive one. And if you're thinking about an F-150 and you don't try out the F-350, well, you're as idiotic as Tyler and I are.
Which isn't hard to match.
It's not hard to match. All right. Awkward high five. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Make sure to click subscribe, then like, and then share it with all your buddies.
All right. Take care, you guys. Till next time.